I know, you know, I'm on fire. If you don't know who I be, you better ask somebody about.
Alright, Kimbo White here. I'll talk a little bit about UFC 97. I'm pleased with the card. I was really pumped up about it. I watched the live stream off the computer and it started screwing up. I'm sure a lot of you tried to watch it on there too. I had to wait till early this morning before I even saw the Anderson Silva fight or the Krzysztof Szynski fight. Basically about half the fights I didn't see till this morning. Started off with Nate Corey fight. I feel real bad for Jason McDonald on his daughter's birthday. Man, it's the first beating I've seen for a while now that made me cringe. Nate Corey, man, those elbows are just ruthless, man. Ruthless. Jason McDonald's head busted open about 4 or 5 spots, so I felt bad for the dude. But good win for Nate. And let's see here. Ed Herman fight. He dominated David Loazo. David Loazo at the beginning of each round threw a couple of strikes and got taken down then pretty well. He did a good job of continuing to stand back up, but continued to get wrestled around and controlled, dominated, just held down the whole fight. Pretty much what it ended up boiled down to. The only real offense that took place the whole fight was devastating knees to Loazo's kidney and rib area. I'm sure the dude is without a doubt pissing blood all day today, so he got pretty good, man. Ed Herman put it on him. He never stood a chance. I'm not really sure what the deal was with him slipping and falling, but he slipped 2 different times. He went to throw a big punch and slipped and fell right into Ed Herman, and I didn't see anybody else slip the rest of the night, so I don't know what the hell. But let's see here. Cheat Congo, dominating performance. Basically, got hard knocked down, held him down, beat on him a little bit. Finished the fight with some hammer fists. Not really a whole lot to it. It was a fairly boring fight. Let's see here. Louise Kane and Steve Cantwell. First round come out. I did give it to Steve. I give it to Kane 10-8. I was amazed with the strength. Cantwell's strong, and you could tell Cantwell's second thinking the fight there at the beginning. You could see it in his eyes. Damn, this guy's strong. When they were clinched up, he was manhandling him and got him a good Muay Thai clinch. Was landing good strikes, busted his nose. I think he broke Cantwell's nose in the first round. And just putting it on him all the way around, standing up, striking. And Cantwell couldn't get him off his feet, tried. Second round come around, Cantwell stood with him and dominated the second round. Really, honestly, I'd probably say, if you ask me, Cantwell took the second round 10-8. So, that right there would even them up at 18 apiece. And the third round was dominated again by Kane. So 28-27 is how I scored it, but it could have went 29-27, depending on how you score that second round. But no matter what, it was without a doubt decision victory for Kane, no matter how anybody would score it. So he took 2 of the rounds. Krzysztof Szynski, when they made this fight back a couple of months ago with Brian Stann, as soon as I heard the fight, I didn't put 5 minutes of thought into it, and I'm not trying to make myself sound smarter than all you people who pick Brian Stann, because I know there's a lot of you, a lot of people who I respect their picks. A lot of times do better than what I do on my picks on here. A lot of you guys pick Brian Stann, and Brian Stann's a big, strong guy. I like the guy. He definitely had a puncher's chance, but I didn't have to put 5 minutes of thought into it when I heard this matchup. I've seen both guys fight a lot. I've seen pretty much all of Brian Stann's professional fights. He hasn't had all that many. Nothing like Christoph. Christoph, people don't realize is a veteran of the fight game nowadays, and has trained under Dan Henderson for years. And to me, Brian Stann's a brawler, and he's a big, tough guy. He's a force to be reckoned with, but to me, he's not an accomplished martial artist, anything like Krzysztof Szynski. And Krzysztof exposed that. He got him off his feet and manhandled him, just clung to him like a saran wrap, controlled him, and ended up pulling out the easy submission victory. So let's see here. I guess that brings me to Liddell and Hua, and all I got to say about that is I thought Chuck was supposed to keep his hands up this time, man. That's all I've been hearing the last couple of weeks. Chuck's been training on the boxing. Chuck's been training on keeping his hands up. Chuck's going to keep his hands up this time. Chuck's not going to make the same mistake as he made against Rashad, everybody said. And, I can't blame people for being Chuck Liddell fans. Chuck Liddell's a guy. Chuck Liddell's a guy who deserves fans. He's a guy who carries himself well. A guy who will shake your hand after you knock him out and won't have any excuses for it. But he got rocked. And hats off to Hua, man. That left punch was amazing. To be real honest, I think Hua threw the left punch. He was going to start backing Liddell back up across the cage there a little bit. He was keeping the ring cut off pretty good, and he was going to back him up a little bit, and Liddell didn't move. And that's what happened. He caught the left. As soon as he went down, it rocked him. It rocked him real big, real hardcore. But the immediate hammer fist finished him. 3 or 4 of them connected right on the side of the jaw, and the referee saw him go out and stopped it. When they stood Chuck up, he asked what happened. He didn't even know what happened. So I was glad to see him get up. I was glad he was right up this time. He was knocked out, but he was right up onto his feet. I was glad to see that. I didn't like to see him lay there for 4 or 5 minutes like when Rashad knocked him out. So let's just hope he commentates from here on out, man, because he's a good dude, and I don't want to see him get the reputation that Ken Shamrock has. I think that's the advice that everybody needs to give him right now.